Welcome, wonderful people of Biafra. Thank you for all your shares, your likes, your support. Once again, we are here with a very disturbing information, though we already know that this is true, but then it has been hidden from the world at large, and at this point, the truth is beginning to surface. Now it reads on Daily Post newspaper, community leaders accuse Kanu's lawyer, it should be Kanu's ex-lawyer, Ejiofor, of encouraging insecurity in Anambra. Leaders of the Orifite community in Ekwusigo local government area of Anambra State have accused Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the ex-counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, of encouraging insecurity in their community. In a press conference by past and present leadership of the community, including the traditional ruler, the community said Ejiofor has been in the habit of recruiting youths of the community and using them to perpetuate violence. President General of the community, Mr. Vin Dike, who addressed journalists on behalf of the leadership of the community, said, "You may have read in the media recently about Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor claiming that our son, Sir Emeka, plans to assassinate him. Those are all lies. We want to tell you that Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor is the biggest problem we have in Orifite. He is the cause of insecurity in our community, and he uses IPOB to terrorize us. Of course, you know that his best known address is that he is the counsel to Nnamdi Kanu. We called you here today to tell you that Orifite as a community has decided to suspend until further notice two significant cultural festivals, Otueke and Otube. This is because it has contributed to insecurity in the community, and today the council has decided to suspend it indefinitely. Orifite is a very peaceful community, but recently youths have taken advantage of the two masquerade festivals to always unleash violence. Ifeanyi Ejiofor has been seen as the enabler of violence in the community. He recruits youths whom he uses for these things. We don't blame the youths because one will see him as a model. What he uses these kids for does not settle well with us, so we have abolished the festivals. The community called on the Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Ebetokun, to ignore a petition by Ejiofor, which accused Ekwusigo of planning to assassinate him. They also called for an investigation of his involvement in insecurity in Anambra State. When Daily Post reached Ejiofor, he denied the allegations, describing the leaders of the community as Ekwusigo's lackeys. He said, "Those accusing me of any wrongdoing do not represent the voice of the Orifite community, but they are simply Ekwusigo's puppets who he handpicks for his selfish interests and personal biddings." This is coming after Ejiofor claimed that Ekwusigo is responsible for planning to, assassinate him, as he claimed, So the community has responded to Ifeanyi Ejiofor in clear terms, stating that he was responsible in one way or the other in respect of insecurity in Anambra State. And this is what many people have been complaining and been saying, that this man is responsible one way or the other in the insecurity going on in the southeast. But nobody wants to take it seriously. He made a striking revelation himself when he said that some of the governors of the southeast called him for a security meeting. And one will begin to wonder, what is a barrister doing in security meeting? Is he a police officer? Is he a military officer? Is he involved in law enforcement in the country? Arms wing, where you would now say his expert advice is needed. He is not a general. He is not in the surveillance team. He is not in the intelligence team. He is nothing. Just a lawyer. And then he is being called from everywhere to come and give his own input on insecurity. It means that he knows something about the insecurity going on. That was then, and he confessed it by himself. Today, we don't even know which one is true between both of them. They know their problems, let them face it. But this is to show you that Simon Ekpa has been true with everyone and has been true to himself and true to the Biafran people. Because they kept on accusing Simon of insecurity. They kept on accusing, whereas they know fully well that Simon Ekpa always wants to maintain peace by ensuring that people who are causing the insecurity are chased out of the land. But these people know all this, but they kept on coming online to deceive the little people that they know that they can deceive, claiming that Simon Ekpa was responsible for insecurity going on in the southeast. Today, they are now into fights and they are now exposing themselves. It is as simple as this. They are exposing themselves because they know who is who and who is doing what. Because of this fight, they are now washing their dirty linens in the public space. Let me tell you something. When you want to know the truth, listen carefully to what someone is telling you when that person is very annoyed, very angry. When you have a problem with the person and the person begins to talk out of annoyance, listen carefully to what that person is saying. That is where the truth lies. Secondly, the person that can tell you the truth is a small kid. When you annoy that child, the child out of annoyance can tell you the whole truth because he doesn't care. He's a little kid. And then the revelations you can get from God. These are the scenarios where you can get the truth and nothing but the truth. And now you could see the tension between Ekwusigo and Ejiofor. And you see the truth is beginning to come out gradually. They are beginning to expose themselves and to say the truth and to say their dirty actions that they carry out behind the scene that nobody knows about. Because of this quarrel between them, they have started exposing themselves. And that is how the Biafran spirit and the spirits of the dead, those who they have used, will continue to torment them until the truth, the whole truth, is brought to the open. Confessions are still coming up. Thank you for listening, great Biafrans. We will continue to update you on very important issues as they continue to filter into our space. Thank you for listening.